nights alive, ain't no sleeping. Tires spinning, dirt flies, hearts are racing. Southern pride, grit and sweat, keep on chasing. Track lights blur, dirt clouds, moons just a creeping. Rusted metal horsepower, pushing harder. Small town dreams, broke dreams don't falter. Oil and gas light the way, ain't no charter. Crowds holler while boys' laps get shorter. Speed 'em up, steering tight. Beneath the stars we own the night. Chasing glory, trophy lights. Adrenaline's gas, fuel the fight. Fuel the fight. Broken bones, mended hearts racing faster. Mud-soaked heroes dash through disaster. Songs of engines drown out the laughter. Dreams on wheels push past the pasture. Track and dust, life on edge, unafraid. Legends born from risks they made. Every turn, every burn, fortune's laid. South's heartbeat in a dirt track to play. Speed 'em up, steering tight. Beneath the stars we own the night. Chasing glory, trophy lights. Adrenaline's gas, fuel the fight. Speeding loose, steering tight. Beneath the stars we own the night. Chasing glory, trophy lights. Adrenaline's gas, fuel the fight. Fuel the fight. Fuel the fight. Fuel the fight.
Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome in as we get ready to rock and roll here from the beautiful dirt track at Charlotte. As the mini stocks ready to go to battle here this evening, it is the Bulletproof Mini Stock Association back at it again for race number 5 in their series here on this beautiful Wednesday afternoon. Drivers jumping out onto the racetrack, getting ready to rumble, getting ready to go to battle here this evening, as we got a lot of cars here again tonight looking to try to work their way into the show. So far, 25 drivers have loaded into the sim, each and every one of them looking for a win, and I feel like each and every one of these drivers is going to have a good shot at potentially picking up the win here this evening. Now, things are going to get underway here in just a few more moments, as drivers are going to be jumping out onto the racetrack here for their qualifying session, and that's really where things kind of get underway. You want to be able to qualify good. You want to be able to start things off on the right foot here at a speedway like Charlotte. Set yourself up for a good, heat race. If you can start towards the front, maybe get one of those transfer spots, not have to stress or worry about being in a consolation race. So that being said, you gotta get things figured out right now during practice. You gotta make sure you got your car absolutely hooked up. You gotta find that lane. You gotta find the run that you need here to qualify good at a racetrack here like Charlotte Motor Speedway. And it's gonna be tough. There's a lot of fast drivers out there on the racetrack. Things are gonna be very, very tight. It's gonna be tough to try to beat these guys off. As Tim Taylor says, my chance at winning is near zero, maybe zero. No, brother, there's always a chance, Timmy. There's always a chance, brother. You never know. You never know what can happen out there on the racetrack. Certain drivers maybe get into it, or anything else could open up the door for you to keep moving forward if they're wrecking at the front of the field. And I can see that 99 ride ending up in victory lane, Tim. Don't count yourself short here in this one, brother. It's Jeremy Vaughn Racing coming in with the like on the stream. How are you, Jeremy? Jeremy coming in, dropping that thumbs up. Aaron Benschneider coming in as well. How are you, Aaron? Coming in, showing the love here in this one with that like on the stream. As the racing action about to get underway here in just a few more moments, the drivers are going to get ready to go to battle. As ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow and subscribe button, as we're going to get ready to set these guys loose, man. This is going to be a lot of fun. This is going to be a lot of crazy racing here, 2, 3, 4 wide out there on the speedway, maybe even a little 5 wide out there on the racetrack. If these drivers can find their lane, if they can find their runs, I think there's going to be a lot of very, aggressive driving out there on the speedway, which could create some caution flags. It could create some amazing racing, as they saw, maybe 2 wide, 3 wide, 4 wide, 5 wide even out there on the racetrack. Hell, these mini stocks could probably go 6 wide here, especially through the corners. So we may be in for a wild treat here this afternoon, as Jeremy Vaughn says, big track, little cars. Laugh out loud. Exactly. Big track, little cars. Could make for some very, very interesting, very fun racing here this afternoon, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. There's a lot of tough competitors. Keith Hackney back in here, Carl Kilgore, Jamie Massey, Josh Ely, Kenneth Fess, all these guys that up inside the top 5 right now in practice session. But I mean, there's so many good, talented drivers through the field. You look back at Cody Myers, you got Cody Campbell, Zach Clark out there, James Frazier. We've seen him at the front. Josh Peacock, Timmy Taylor out there as well, James Miller, Sandhagen. So many great fast cars, man. Cody Ernest in there now as well. Tyson Pankow, Aaron Benchner. Man, there's so many good cars out here on the speedway that could put themselves into victory lane here this evening, as qualifying about to get underway here. Drivers getting done their practice session, so qualifying underway, and we'll get ready to set the stage here for this evening's heat race action here in just a few more moments. We'll have to wait and see where drivers can kind of line themselves up, where they can put themselves out there on the speedway. As the JP Designs KC Speedworks and 09 Laser Engraving 09 ride of Josh Ely out there onto the speedway, looking to have himself a quick time here on the speedway. Tim Taylor out there in the DirtVision.com, the TNT Racing number 99 ride. He's out there on the racetrack. Here comes Carl Kilgore, the Sweet Victory Apparel number 6 ride out there on the racetrack. That Majula Speed Shop KC Speedworks ride looking good as always. We do see Dustin O'Neill in the 4-star ride out there on the speedway as well. There's Dustin O'Neill as Ely does jump to the top of the speed charts. Kevin Sandhagen currently second quickest, with Dustin O'Neill now into 3rd, as we see more and more drivers jumping out onto the racetrack. Tim Taylor jumping into position number 2. It's Douglas Stewart slides into that 3rd spot as the HNL number 3 ride there in that 3rd position, as Carl Kilgore jumps up into position number 2. Here comes Cody Ernest in his TNT Racing Tommy Gun Customs number 88 ride. Ernest down across the line. We'll see where that kind of sets him up for this run, as he sends it down low, looking for a bit of speed, looking to try to find that lane and try to find his way to maybe the front of the field. Here is Ernest, nice and easy. He's gonna slide out of corner number 4. We'll see where that stacks him up here. His 10 drivers already hitting lap times in earnest, now into the 8th position. So move Sandhagen, O'Neill, and Minders a little farther back. So here we go. Keith Hackney up into position number 4 and looking for more. The 69 ride jumps into the 4th position. The 6M ride, that is Jamie Massey, now up into 6th here, as we do see Zach Clark slide into 4th. Cody Campbell into the 3rd spot now on the speedway. Josh Ely back out there, currently has the quick time here in qualifying, but looking for a better lap, as Kilgore right there behind him, looking for a bit of a faster lap here, trying to find that extra 1/10 of a second to see if he can try to put himself at the front of the field here in this qualifying session. He does find a little bit more, but it's still not enough. It's going to go down to the microseconds there between Kilgore and Ely, down to, the thousandths of a second there, and Josh Ely able to hang on to that pole position. Hackney going to jump into 3rd, as Josh Peacock going to go for his 2nd attempt, currently 4th fastest here on the racetrack. You see Cody Myers out there in the HNL Papa Mike Promotions Peacemaker Racing Team E&D Farms ride there in the 10th position as of right now. Curtis Bishop back out there in the McConey setup shop, number 03. James Frazier in the 661, now inside the top 10. Zach Clark out on the speedway in the 20 ride, looking for a big run here as well. Steven coming in showing the love with the like on the stream. How are you, Steven Barrow? Coming in showing the love here in this one as Mama Bear, Susie Dickinson, Mama Bear with the heart reaction. My boy Derek coming in showing the love with the like on the stream as well. Keith Hackney coming in with that share here on the broadcast as we do see a few more drivers trying to get their lap times in. Kyle Moyer currently 17th quickest. Then we see Kyle Todd now into 21st as Moyer going to slide up to 18th. Matthew Peacock now into the 16th position. Aaron Benschneider back here in 24th. Still waiting for Tyler Carnegie and Tyson Pankow to jump out there for their qualifying session, and they may be running out of time here as qualifying coming to a close in a quick hurry. And we'll get these drivers ready to roll. We'll get these drivers ready to go to battle here this evening, which is going to be a very fun time, man. This is going to be a lot of fun. This is going to be a great time to see these drivers really duke it out, battle out there on the speedway, see who can try to put themselves into victory lane here, man. This is going to be a lot of fun. This is going to be a lot of great battling, and Wolf Ender Racing, just kind of like the dirt street stocks, man. These guys are not afraid to do a little beating and banging, elbows up racing out there on the speedway. They're not too scared about rubbing and scrubbing out there on the racetrack. So we could see quite a bit of it here this afternoon as we do see Carnegie jumped out onto the track. Unfortunately, there for Tyler Carnegie, he did not get a lap time in there. Same with Tyson Pankow. Do excuse myself there. A little bit of a yawn. Let's get some Energica into us. Oh yeah, we need that. We needed that right there, chat. All right, we're going to get ready here. Heat race number 1 loading into the sim. Each and every one of them looking for the win. Here in this one is down on the front straightaway. Starting on the outside of the front row, it is the 69, the House of Speed machine of Keith Hackney. Down to his inside will be the KC Speedworks 09 laser engraving ride of Josh Ely. Ely will start in the top spot here as the 03 of Curtis Bishop. There in the 3rd spot on the speedway. To his outside in the 22 is the FMS machine of James Miller. Starting in position number 5 in the 11 ride, that is the Simu Cube number 11, a Kyle Moyer. To his outside in the 62, that is Kyle Todd. Tyson Pankow is supposed to start in the 7th position here. Unfortunately for Pankow, not out there on the racetrack for this heat race either, so I'm not sure if Pankow is either sitting this race out or if Pankow has decided to maybe ran into internet issues or something. I'm not sure what may have happened there for Tyson Pankow, but no qualifying and no heat race so far for that number 91 machine. Hello, my boy Aaron, says Mama Bear. Hello, Mama Bear. How are you? Hopefully you're having yourself a wonderful day as Dustin O'Neill taking Jim O'Neill in the comment section as we are quickly green flag racing here from the beautiful Charlotte Motor Speedway, the dirt track here at Charlotte, the home of the Bulletproof Mini Stock Association here this afternoon. Josh Ely out in front. He will lead. Lap number 1 is right there behind him. Is that House of Speed Grip Hackney Live, number 69 of Keith Hackney there in 2nd. The 03 of Curtis Bishop there in 3rd as he's trying to hang on to that 3rd spot, as I do believe, once again, yes, top 3 will transfer straight on through to our A main feature event. Everybody else will unfortunately load up their rides and join the fans in the stands here later in this evening. If they can't find a way into this feature event, they will have one more shot in a consolation race if you cannot work your way in through these heat races. So a couple opportunities, a couple shots for those drivers to try to jump up and snag a transfer spot. But right now, it is the 09 of Joshua Ely, Keith Hackney 1 and 2 on the speedway. They look to continue to try to stretch out a little bit of a gap between themselves and that 3rd place driver is the 03 of Bishop. He's on the hot seat right here as he's that last driver into the show here in this heat race. He's in that 3rd and final transfer spot spot. He's got Kyle Moyer working down to his inside, trying to find a way up and around that 0-3 machine. James Miller was just right there, unfortunately couldn't make it work, and unfortunately slid back now into the 6th spot on the speedways. The 62 of Kyle Todd works his way around that 22 machine of Miller on the speedway. It's all Josh Ely, though, as Ely at the front of the field. Keith Hackney there in second. Curtis Bishop back there in position number 3. And then we see Kyle Moyer there in 4th. Kyle Todd in the 5th spot with James Miller there in 6th. Pankow still off the speedway. Tough break there for Tyson Pankow, as he was one of those drivers always in contention, always running up towards the front of the field here in these mini stocks. As the white flag has been displayed one more time around here for Josh Ely, as Ely down the back straightaway here for the final time in heat race number 1. Hackney looks down low, can't quite get there, as Ely will pick up heat race win number 1. Keith Hackney there in second, and it's Kyle Moyer stealing that 3rd and final transfer spot away from Curtis Bishop. So Ely, Hackney, and Moyer will punch their tickets straight on through to our A main feature event. Everybody else will unfortunately load up their rides, and they will be going to our consolation races here this afternoon, and that is not a place you want to be. You want to be in the top 3 here in these heat races. You want to be able to be one of those drivers to not have to worry, not have to sweat about being in a consi here this evening, as we'll get these drivers back out onto the racetrack, loaded up and ready to roll here for heat race number 2 on the evening. Heat race number 2 is going to look like this. Starting on the pole in the Sweet Victory Apparel Company, that is the Majula Safe Speed Shop VLRWR1, the Team CFM Esports ride, that is the Elite Chassis Machine of Carl Kilgore. To his outside in the PJR number 11, it is Cody Campbell there in second. Starting on the inside of row number 2 in the 661 machine, that is James Frazier. To his outside in the number 2 is the House of Speed Tunnel Vision by Hackney number 2 ride. That is the Grip Hackney Live machine of Kevin Sandhagen. Starting in position number 5 on the speedway in the 0-1, it's the Tommy Gun Customs ride of Stephen Campbell. To his outside, the 4 ride of Dustin O'Neill, and Tyler Carnegie bringing up the rear of the field. 7 more drivers, 3 more to punch their ticket into the A main feature event. So 3 will work their way in, and here you go. You see that 3-4 wide battling down the back straightaway. Cody Campbell up on the top shelf, looking to take that momentum and keep himself in position number 2. Sandhagen now going to slide into that 3rd spot, but he's on the hot seat now, trying to work himself a little closer to the front of the field as he chases down our race leader in that 11 machine of Cody Campbell. Campbell trying to keep him back there at base 661 of James Frazier, working right there to his back bumper. Some tight racing here between our 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place drivers, as right now Sandhagen knows that he's that 3rd driver into the show here. He's in that hot seat. He does not want to be here, as any of those last lap big ditch efforts could unfortunately slide him outside of a transfer spot, as you see James Frazier staying right there on his back bumper. Now going to take a look down low. Here comes Frazier taking a look down to the bottom side of Sandhagen for that 3rd and final transfer spot, is Dustin O'Neill right there in tow with the 0-1, Stephen Campbell and Tyler Carnegie bringing up the rear of the field. But it's Carl Kilgore. Kilgore at the front of the pack, looking to just keep on rolling here at the front, looking for a good finish and a potential, effort here to put himself at the front of the field here in this heat race and potentially have a great starting position here on the evening. Cody Campbell there in second with Kevin Sandhagen in position number 3. James Frazier back there in position number 4. He's still on the outside looking in, knowing he needs to get up on top of the wheel, needs to find a way around that 2 right of Kevin Sandhagen for the 3rd and final transfer spot, as Dustin O'Neill right there ready to pounce. The 0-1 of Stephen Campbell going to take a look down low underneath that 4 right, trying to steal position number 5 away from that 4 machine as he goes for a bit of a slide jump, does clear him and quickly jumps right in front of him. So move that 0-1 of Campbell now in to position number 5. Dustin O'Neill goes back to 6 as Tyler Carnegie bringing up the rear of the field, but the white flag has been displayed. So for the final time, down through quarter number 3 and out at quarter number 4, it's Carl Kilgore who picks up heat race win number 2. Cody Campbell there in second, Kevin Sandhagen in that third and final transfer spot, meaning Frazier, Campbell, O'Neill, and Carnegie will go to our consolation races later this evening. As we'll get them ready to rock and roll here in this one is my boy Ron Zerk. Ron coming in, setting it off. What's good, Ron? Ron coming in, absolutely setting it off here in this one. Says, looking forward to another great broadcast / race. Brother, I appreciate you coming in, showing the big love here in this one. Coming in with the 75-star bomb. And yeah, it's going to be another good one, man. It's going to be another good show. Heat race action. Obviously, we do more heat races, allowing a few more drivers to get into the show here through these heat races and giving a little bit more track to work with. So not a whole lot of action, 6, 7 drivers there in the heat races, but when we start throwing 15 cars out there for for consolation races and then our A main feature event, it's going to be very, very wild, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be some great racing as Josh Peacock will be on the pole here. The JP Designs Bulletproof Motorsports ride in that pole position to his outside. It's Zach Clark. And then we see the 55, the E&D Farms Papa Mike Promotions ride of Cody Myers there in third. Tim Taylor in fourth. Brandon Bolin and Charles Minders bringing up the rear of the field. As Josh Peacock looking to keep this race lead. Cody Myers sending it deep down low there, trying to jump up into that second spot. Could not slide up the racetrack to take that second position away from Zach Clark. A little contact there. Look out, Bolin's gonna go around. Oh, tough break right there for Brandon Bolin in this 37 machine. A little contact here as he's going to take it down low here, looking for a big run underneath of Cody Myers. Ooh, we went a little too fast right there. Let's play that back again. Here we go. All right, so you're going to take a look right here. So the 37 ride just going to come up, unfortunately, tags the 55 ride, kind of gets himself sideways, and then nowhere to go there for Tim Taylor as Tim Taylor kind of gets locked in there to his left rear quarter panel. Nowhere to go for Charles Minders as they both push him sideways down the racetrack in the RH machine. Unfortunately, going to go for a loop-de-loop, and then he's going to take that car down pit side. As out in front, it is the 61 of Josh Peacock. Peacock continuing to lead the way. Zach Clark there in second. Cody Myers in that third and final transfer spot now with a lot less, battling or cars right there on his back bumper. So this is going to be a bit more of a stress-free run for the driver on the hot seat here, going down to the end of heat race number 3, as he's got about a 3-second gap now between himself and Charles Minders. Minders back there in position number 4 with Tim Taylor there in 5th. Brandon Bolin down pit side off of the speedway. But Peacock continuing to lead the way. He's got that 20 ride as Zach Clark right there trying to take a peek down low. Clark trying to work this 20 ride into the race lead here in heat race number 3. Peacock trying to keep it though, trying to keep himself here at the front of the field as the 20 ride gonna try to stick right with him down the back straightaways, and a little farther back you do see Cody Myers. Myers there in position number 3. He's in that third and final transfer spot on the speedway, just looking to cruise home to a good transfer in that 618 Engraving and Designs E&D Farms Peacemaker Racing Team HNL machine, as he's down low, but a big slide jump. Here is the checker flag is going to be displayed. Last ditch effort there for Zach Clark, but it's Josh Peacock able to pick up the heat race win. Clark comes home in second. Cody Myers there in third, meaning Charles Minders, Tim Taylor, and Brandon Bolin will all go to our consolation races. As we'll get them stacked up, racked up, ready to go here for heat race number 4. Heat race number 4 about to get underway. These drivers getting ready to duke it out once again as my boy Bryce Dickinson, Brycey Bear coming in, setting it off with the heart reaction. How are you, Bryce? Bryce coming in, setting it off here in this one. Nate Williams coming in as well with that thumbs up on the broadcast. How are you, Nader? How you doing? Hopefully you're having yourself a wonderful evening. Cody Myers with that share on the broadcast as well. I appreciate that, Cody, coming in, smashing smashing that share on the stream as Mama Bear's been cheering on Mr. Kilgore and Cody Myers out there on the racetrack and cheering on pretty much everybody out there as Mama Bear always the biggest fan in the stands. As Justin Young says, hello race fans. Hello Justin, how are you Mr. Young? Coming in, one of our mods over there on YouTube coming in, showing the love here in this one. As Kenneth Vess Jamie Massey on the front row here in heat race number 4. Douglas Stewart there in 3rd with Peacock there in 4th. Cody Ernest and Aaron Benschneider bringing up the rear of the field in our final heat race of the afternoon. Kenneth Vess, Jamie Massey, door to door down the back straightaway into quarter number 3. Vess down low, Jamie Massey up on the top shelf. Looks like Massey will jump up in lead lap number 1. Is Massey out in front? Kenneth Vess still trying to peek his nose down low, and here comes Douglas Stewart. Stewart right there ready to try to battle here with our top 2 on the speedway as he now looks down low on the one right of Kenneth Vess. As Massey out in front, did not take him long to get to the race lead. As Bryce says, here to cheer on the boys. Let's go, brother. Let's go. Cheering on the boys out there on the racetrack. As Mama Bear says, let's go. Jamie Massey cheering on Massey out there on the... He's doing good right now. You must have saw that or something, Mama Bear, because he didn't take long to take that race lead away from Kenneth Vess. Vess hanging on to 2nd with Douglas Stewart there in 3rd. And then we see Cody Ernest, Matthew Peacock, Aaron Benschneider bringing up the rear of the field here in heat race in number 4. As Massey continuing to lead the way. Vess has been able to close that gap. He's right back to his inside. Taking a look down low. Can Kenneth Vess jump up and take this race lead back away from the showstopper here this afternoon as Jamie Massey trying to keep himself out in front of the one ride, trying to take this race lead back away. Vess down low, Massey up on the high side. Here comes Douglas Stewart in the 3 ride trying to join that fight there at the front of the field. Cody Ernest back there in 4th with Matthew Peacock, Aaron Benschneider rounding out our top 6. As Jamie Massey able to hang on to this race lead as my boy Justin Young coming in showing the love as well over on Facebook, says just coming over to Facebook to tell Bryce that I'm cheering for him to cheer on his boys. Hey, you know what? I like that. I support that right there. That's friendship right there. You know, you're cheering on his support of other people. I like that. I like that. As Massey does see that white flag fly, so for the final time here in heat race number 4, Massey will lead us down the back straightaway into quarter number 3 and out of quarter number 4. Massey in the M6 will pick up heat race win number 4 on the evening. Kenneth Vess there in 2nd, Douglas Stewart there in 3rd. Cody Ernest, unfortunately, will go to a consolation racing with Matthew Peacock as we'll get ready for this consolation race. Looks like 14 drivers getting ready to rock and roll, and only 12 drivers will work their way into the show. So that means 2 cars, 2 drivers. I don't know why I'm yawning. I'm not even tired. What in the world is going on here? But we're gonna get these drivers out onto the racetrack. Top 12 will transfer through to our A main feature event. 2 drivers will unfortunately load up their rides and join the fans in the stands. A pair of those drivers that are starting deeper in the field here in this one. You see one that did not qualify, did not run in the heat race, now looking to punch his ticket here through this consolation race. It's Tyson Pankow. Pankow and Tyler Carnegie will bring up the rear of the field back in the 13th and 14th position. Starting in position number 12 in the 44, that is Aaron Benschneider. To his inside is the 37 of Brandon Bolin. Starting in position number 10 in the number 4 ride is Dustin O'Neill. To his inside is the 22 of James Miller. Starting in position number 8 in the 6th ride is the Bulletproof Motorsports machine of Matthew Peacock. Down to his inside is the 99 of Tim Taylor. Starting in the 6th position in the 0-1 ride, that is Stephen Campbell. Down to his inside, starting in position number 5, it's Kyle Todd. Starting in position number 4, it's the TNT Racing Tommy Gun Customs ride of Cody Ernest. Down to his inside there in 3rd is Charles Minders. In our front row will be the 661 of James Frazier, in our race leader, the 03 of Curtis Bishop. As Bishop quickly jumping onto the gas pedal here, looking to try to run away with this one, as Bishop quickly opens up a bit of a lead between himself and Frazier here at the front of the field. Frazier trying to hang on here to this race lead, as unfortunately looks like Ben Schneider and Carnegie still back here, a little farther back, trying to battle, trying to work themselves up closer to the front of the field. Same with Tyler Carnegie here, as these guys back here battling for that final transfer spot. That's going to be the very big issues here with these drivers all evening long and throughout this consolation races. Who can work themselves into the show, because 2 have got to go. 12 will move on. Bishop out in front. He's feeling comfy here at the front of the field, trying to open up a little bit more of a lead between himself and James Frazier, as Frazier there in 2nd. Charles Minders back there in 3rd with Stephen Campbell. Cody Ernest, our top 5 here in this consolation race. Kyle Todd there in 6th with James Miller in 7th. Tim Taylor back there in 8th with Dustin O'Neill and Brandon Bolin rounding out our top 10. The 11th place driver is the 6th driver. We do see one driver turned around. It's James Miller. Miller turned around here on the racetrack, down through the grass, no caution flag. He gets rolling here once again. Now he is on the outside of a transfer spot, looking in, still in front of the 161 of Tyler Carnegie's. Carnegie there in 14th, but Miller now in the 13th position and 5 seconds back of the 44 ride of Aaron Benschneider. Miller's opportunity to try to work himself into the show here in this one may be over soon enough, is out in front. It's Curtis Bishop. Bishop leading the way, as Jim O'Neill says. We will be in Charlotte Friday night for practice. Let's go, Jim. Let's go. Nothing wrong being in Charlotte. A little practice there for what's the big race that's coming up there? Isn't it the World Finals coming up soon? They're at the beautiful dirt track at Charlotte, man. Man, that's gonna be a blast. Always good racing there with so many talented drivers out there racing. Is out in front. Curtis Bishop continuing to lead the way. James Frazier there in 2nd. Charles Minders in position number 3 with Kyle Todd there in 4th. Stephen Campbell in the 5th spot with Cody Ernest back there in position number 6. Brandon Bolin there in 7th with Dustin O'Neill. Tyson Pacquiao now inside the top 10 as he works down to the inside of the 99 of Tim Taylor. Taylor gonna battle back, charge to the outside here as World Short Track Championship. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, that would be an absolutely amazing show to be at, man. That would be so much fun to be able to go down there and see so much racing, so much fun, so much good battles out there, man. That's gonna be a lot of fun. As Jamie says, we will be there next Thursday in real life for qualifying. Let's freaking go, Jamie. Let's go, brother. That's insane, dude. That's insane. So you guys are going there Friday night for a little bit of practice, a little bit of a warm-up, as we do see that checker flag fly here in this consolation race. Curtis Bishop with the B-main win. Frazier, Minders, Kyle Todd, our top 4. Stephen Campbell, our top 5. And looking back at the rear of the field, it's Aaron Benschneider, Matthew Peacock in the final 2 transfer spots. And the 2 drivers not making it into the show, it's James Miller and Carnegie, unfortunately not working their way into the A-main feature event. 12 drivers there through that consolation race. We're going to be able to punch their ticket. Unfortunately, 2 drivers had to load up their rides and join the fans in the stands here this afternoon, as my boy Thomas Dennis, what's good, Thomas? Thomas coming in showing the love, says, hello, Aaron. What's new, my good sir? Not much, Thomas, not much. You know, same old, same old. Just racing, broadcasting up here in the booth, brother. You know, it's been a lot of fun stuff. We do have some new things gonna be starting up here on the channel over the next little bit. We're gonna be getting into some more new cool things here and having some fun in the broadcast, and you know, doing some more day streams and stuff like that with everybody and trying to have a little bit more fun, something a little different, but we're gonna be having fun with it nonetheless. As my boy Justin told JT coming in. What's good, Justin? Mr. Toll coming in, setting it off here in this one with a 100-star dono. What in the world are we talking about? I appreciate that, brother. Justin coming in, sending the 100-star dono here in this one. Sending it off. I appreciate that. Thomas Dennis coming with the hashtag Justin Toll here in this one. As Jim says, yeah, I didn't have anything to do with that mass laugh. Oh, okay, there's more. There's more. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, man. And that race, man, Charlotte, such a beautiful racetrack, the track at Charlotte, man. In the simulator and in real life, such great racing, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. As Justin says, what up, man? Been a bit. It's been a bit, Justin. It's been a bit, but listen, man, we love seeing you in here whenever you can. We love seeing you pop in whenever you get the opportunities. And real life happens. But not much has been up other than lots and lots of racing, lots of different things, lots of different series. We got some more series, starting up soon. Some pretty crazy ones starting up. We got a new super late model series that'll be tomorrow evening. That's getting fired up. We got another one starting up Sunday nights here in a few more weeks. It's going to be the big block modifieds, and I do believe they've got like. I want to say it's almost a $3,000 pot or something now for the championship in that one. That's going to be absolutely insane. And yes, Josh, we got you, brother. The redraw here for the start of this feature event. So, Josh, he messaged me, said, you know what? We're only going to do 4, 5, and 6 here this evening. So we just entered a whole bunch of them. It's going to be completely random. So the invert will be either top 4, top 5, or top 6 drivers. Let's spin the wheel. Let's see what happens. Where are we going to be going? How many are going to invert here? Oh, baby. Top 5, it looks like. There you go. Top 5. Top 5 will invert here to start this feature event. So the top 5 will invert. That's going to make things very interesting here, trying to move those guys around, and whoever's starting in that 5th position is going to be absolutely ecstatic about that one. Making sure they can now start, on the pole is going to be a lot of fun. Eric, my boy, Mr. Eric L'Oreal coming in, showing the love with the like on the stream. Kevin Winker coming in with the thumbs up, as well as Thomas Dennis. Craig Michael Deacon coming in with the reaction, and Ricky Lowe, Justin Young, Jim O'Neill, all coming in, showing the love as well with the reactions here on the broadcast. I appreciate that, fellas, coming in, showing the big love here in this one. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow, and or subscribe button if you're watching over on the YouTube stream or over on that Twitch stream as well, as we're currently live on all of the channels, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. As Cody Benschneider, Cody coming in, setting it off. How are you, Cody? Cody coming in, showing the love here as well with the thumbs up on the broadcast. I appreciate that. As right now, our boy, Mr. Justin Toll, coming in as well. JT with the big D of the afternoon, and Charles Barnes gonna join him here. Barnes coming in with the 100-star dono. Charles Barnes jumping in here. Now he is going to be tied with Justin Toll with the big D's of the day. The big D's of the day here for Mr. Barnes and Mr. Justin Toll so far here on the afternoon. The big D's of the day. And I appreciate that. Mr. Thomas Dennis coming in. He's hashtagging, showing the love here for Charles. Let's get some hashtags for Charles up in the chat. Some hashtags for Justin Toll up in the chat as well. Coming in, showing the big love here this afternoon. Let's get some more as well. We didn't get much for Ron Zerk. Let's get some hashtag Rons in the chat as well for Mr. Zerk coming in, showing the love earlier as well with that 75-star dono as well. So let's get some hashtag Rons as well up in the comments section as coming and showing the love, man. You guys are showing the love like crazy here tonight, and I appreciate that. I appreciate y'all coming in, showing the big love here in this one as we're gonna get ready for our A main feature event. Our A main about to get underway. These drivers getting ready to rock and roll out there on the speedway. 50 laps of racing action here this afternoon for our drivers here, as we're going to have 24 of the best in the business go to battle here this evening for 50 laps of racing action here from the beautiful dirt track at Charlotte. Ladies and gentlemen, Boys and girls, you came here for a show, well, here you go, as we're going to get ready to set them loose. As my boy Charles Barnes says, North Dakota is boring. Brother, I could only imagine. I haven't been to North Dakota myself, so I can't say so. But I've never really heard of anything crazy going on in North Dakota. So I feel you there in that one, brother. That's gotta be rough. It's gotta be rough. I'll take your word for it. It's gotta be rough. But hey, listen. At least you got lots of Peacemaker Gaming to watch on your afternoons up there, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. Brian Miller is unfortunately he missed the race. He's racing, but he's not racing in this feature event, as he unfortunately did not transfer through in that B main consolation race. He was unfortunately one of the only drivers to not make it in to the show here this afternoon. As we'll get them ready to rock and roll, starting on the pole here is the number 69 rider, Keith Hackney. To his outside, that is Jamie Massey. Starting in position number 3 in the 61, that's Josh Peacock. To his outside, it's Carl Kilgore. Starting in position number 5 in the 09, that is Josh Ely. To his outside, it's Cody Campbell. Starting in position number 7 in the 20, that is Zach Clark. To his outside is Kenneth Vess. And then we see Kyle Moyer there in 9th, and Kevin Sandhagen rounding out our top 10. And then we see Cody Myers, Douglas Stewart, James Frazier, Curtis Bishop, Kyle Todd, Cody Ernest, Charles Minders, Dustin O'Neill, Stephen Campbell, Tim the Toolman Taylor, Brandon Bolin, Aaron Benschneider, Tyson Pankow, and Matthew Peacock. Bringing up the rear of the field as 24 drivers get ready to rock and roll as we end all the anticipation with our feature presentation. We are quickly green flag racing here in this one, as Hackney out in front is going to try to keep this 69 right at the front of the field all evening long. Massey out in front is, Hackney out in front, going to lead that first lap. Massey right there in second is Josh Peacock there in third. Kilgore, Ely back there in fourth and fifth, trying to work their way back up to the front of the field as we do see the caution flag fly for the first time here this evening. So the caution flag is going to come out here. Look like James Frazier going to run into some issues here. Is also the 2 ride in there as well. That Zach Clark also turned around, but fortunate break there for the 661 of James Frazier. Heavy contact, nowhere for him to go right there, as it looked like Kevin Sandhagen going to get a big piece here of this 20 ride of Zach Clark. Clark trying to keep this car up here on the top shelf, trying to get a good run, and then Sandhagen comes in, unfortunately gets a piece of him, turns him around, and pretty good damage for all those drivers that were collected. But we'll get a quick cleanup crew out there and get these drivers ready to go back to battle. Mama Bear says, yes, it is. Iowa isn't. I don't know, Mama Bear. What's a big city in Iowa? I don't even know if there's a big. Is there a big city in Iowa? What's a big city in Iowa, chat? I don't even know. Mama Bear, what fun is there to be had except for hanging out with the Dickinsons? What's something fun that can be done in Iowa? That's the big question. That's the big question. What is there? What's something cool that would draw people to want to go to Iowa? It's out in front quickly. Keith Hackney sees that green flag fly here once again. Hackney out in front. Massey trying to stay there to his outside as here comes Josh Peacock. Peacock there in position number 3, and he's looking to try to work himself underneath of Massey for position number 2. But here comes that 6 machine. Carl Kilgore, the Majulise Speed Shop, KC Speedworks, the sweet victory apparel ride of Carl Kilgore there now working to the outside of Josh Peacock for position number 3. Josh Ely trying to work himself back to the front of the field, as Ely was the quickest driver in qualifying. Heat race number 1 was primed to start on that pole position. Unfortunately though, he does not get the best invert number. Top 5 got inverted. He went all the way back to starting in that 5th position. A heartbreaker there for Josh Ely, as we do see the caution flag come back out. So the caution flag going to come out here once again. Looked like a few drivers running into issues here throughout this green flag run. We do take a look, and the 37 ride of bowling up the racetrack tied together with the 4 ride. They get squeezed up into the fence, and then the 20 ride comes in there, and that's what will cause our caution flag right there. As unfortunately as these two get tied together up on the high side of corner number 3 and 4, you see the 37 shoot back down the racetrack, clips the 20 ride of Zach Clark. Clark goes around here, and as he's kind of bouncing around, he ends up collecting James Frazier with some pretty heavy contact. Then you see the 6 of Peacock and the 2 ride right there as well of Kevin Sandhagen. Sandhagen just trying to get down and out of the way. Unfortunately, couldn't get out of the way quick enough here, as he's going to get a little contact as well, and he's going to go down through the infield, as this is where our caution flag happens, and you drivers here at the back of the field just bouncing off each other and bringing up that yellow flag for the second time. So we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to rock and roll. As Mama Bear says, Iowa isn't boring because of us. That's true, Mama Bear, and that's the point I made. Other than you guys, what else is there good in Iowa? But see, you guys get snow too. You guys are like the North. You guys still get some pretty crazy winters and stuff, so there's not always dirt track racing. What do you do on a Saturday night in Iowa in, you know, the middle of January? You know, what do you do? What is there? Bowling? You know, every town's got a bowling alley. There's got to be bowling and some other stuff. Yo, my boy Ron Zerk. Ron coming in, becoming a brand new subscriber here on the Facebook channel. Ron, welcome to the Peacemaker Sub Club, coming in, show the big love here in this one, becoming a brand new subscriber here on the broadcast. I appreciate that, brother, coming in, hitting that subscribe button here this afternoon. Absolutely insane, brother, as we're on our way to trying to hit that 20 marker, 20 subscribers over there on the Facebook channel. If you guys haven't already, take a look and see all the benefits you get there by become a part of the Peacemaker Sub Club, as we do see another quick caution flag come out here in this one, as we try to go back to green flag racing. Unfortunately, some beating and banging, battling a little deeper in the field, and we're going to see another caution flag on the speedway. This time looked like maybe Cody Campbell kind of getting tied up in this one in the 11 ride. It's just some good hard racing. We talked about a 2, 3, 4 wide out there on the racetrack, and looks like he's gonna get some contact here as the 3 and the 62 come together. The 11 just kind of gets tied in there with that 3 ride. Cody Myers nowhere to go as well. He's going to go around here in this one as they all kind of just start piling into it. Campbell pointed the wrong direction. There goes Myers all the way around. We see the 62 turned around. Oh, look at that 66 ride of Charles Myers. Oh my gosh, he was up on 2 wheels. Somehow get that car going. The 99 getting turned there as well. Heavy contact between him and the 44 of Ben Schneider. Everyone just trying to work their way through it. Dustin O'Neill, Zach Clark getting tied together again there as well. A lot of cars getting some heavy damage there during this caution flag. Man, there was a lot of cars that were unfortunately turned around, ended up with some heavy contact, heavy damage there, as we'll get them stacked up, racked up, ready to go back to green flag racing in just a few more moments. But we'll take another look here and see what happens as you see this 11 right on board with him just gets pinched up and then turned around, and unfortunately not much he could do except for hang on and enjoy the ride. Unfortunately, pretty heavy damage there for that 11 machine, as we're going to get them stacked up, racked up, ready to go back to green flag racing. We do see Cody Campbell down pit side, same with the 62 of Kyle Todd. So Campbell and Todd both down on pit road as we get ready to go back to green flag racing. As watching your broadcast, okay, you win on that one right there, Mo Bear. You won on that one right there. Okay, it's worth going to Iowa. That way you guys can watch me. I mean, you can watch me anywhere in the world, but Iowa's probably the best place to watch us. I mean, I don't know. North Dakota might be the best place to watch as well. As Hackney at the front of the field here. Hackney out in front. The beautiful tunnel visions by Hackney House of Speed. Group Hackney Live number 69 ride. That mother in that 69 machine out in front. But here comes Josh Peacock. Peacock getting a little squirrely though, down low. Oh, baby. He had to really save that car from washing up the racetrack and into that M6 machine of Jamie Massey. Is Massey in the HNL JP Designs ride, still staying in position number 2, but we do see the caution flag going to come back out as Cody Ernest in the 88 ride, the Tommy Gun Customs. TNT Racing Machine going to run into some issues here. Let's take a look and see what happens to the number 88 as some contact up in front of them, and then, oh, it just looks like Minders, I don't know if 88 comes up here a little bit or if Minders kind of comes down. Unfortunately, these two kind of get tied together, and a bit of a right rear hook here into the front end of the 66. Yeah, it just looks like both of them kind of coming together there. Maybe a little neck coat helping that one out as well, getting it started. And unfortunately for Cody Ernest, he goes for a loop-de-loop. He goes around, and that will bring out our caution flag for the fourth time. Looks like Ben Schneider going to get clipped right there as well. So Ben Schneider gets a piece of that 88 ride. He gets clipped. He goes for a quick little 360, and luckily enough, keeps that car out of the wall. So a good save right there for the 44 machine. But we'll get them stacked up, racked up, ready to go back to green flag racing here in this one. So the green flag going to come back out as we're already 10 laps in here in this one. Devin Thompson says, how does one become a part of this series? Devin, brother, we can shoot you the Discord here for the Bulletproof Motorsports Discord over there on the YouTube channel. If anyone else is interested in joining as well, this is how you would get in right here. Let me post that in there for you. There you go. There is the Discord link. You would have to join the Discord and then obviously register for the series and everything else. I know the series itself is already halfway through the season, so points basis you might not really have a shot, and I don't know if they're going to let people in or not, but they may still allow you to jump in here and have some fun with them and just not run for points. But other than that, that is how you would get in there. Is out in front once again. Hackney just trying to pick right up where he left off, and that's at the front of the field. But we do see another caution flag this time. It's our pole sitter in the first heat race winner of the evening, the 09 Laser Engraving KC Speedworks rider Josh Ely. Gonna go around. Is down low as Bishop. They're 4 wide. Unfortunately, Bishop sent it in deep on the bottom side of the racetrack. Trying to get that big run, but he can't hold that 03 ride down onto the inside lane, and unfortunately, he's gonna slide up, and he is going to clip the number 09 ride of Josh Ely. Ely just trying to stay here in the middle of the racetrack. You see that 03 down low. He's just unfortunately washing up the speedway here. Trying to keep this car pinned down on the bottom side, trying to pick up a couple spots, and unfortunately makes that hard contact into the left rear quarter panel of Ely. Ely just nothing he could do, and unfortunately goes for a little bit of a loop-de-loop there. Luckily enough, not too much damage for himself. The 03 ride, unfortunately going for a ride over top of one of the infield tractor tires there, so maybe a little damage for himself, but that one's going to send the 09 ride back to the rear of the field, and that is not a place where Josh Ely really wants to be, as he's going to get these drivers, he's going to get ready to try to storm back up through the field here. He's got a lot of cars to pass now, all the way back in the 20th position on the speedway. As the green flag back out onto the racetrack here quickly, Keith Hackney, another great restart, and here comes the other 6 ride here on the evening. The 6 of Carl Kilgore down low, looking to try to put the pressure to the bottom side of the 09 of Keith Hackney. Hackney now not only has 1-6 ride to worry about, the M6 of Jamie Massey trying to work the outside lane, but now he's got the 6 ride of Carl Kilgore. Kilgore gonna try to slide up in front of that number 6M, but now you do see Peacock getting hard up into the outside fence there as well off of corner number 2. Heavy damage there for that P61. He's like all the way back now into the 7th position. Here comes James Frazier. Frazier has been working himself up and through the field. Here is more contact deeper in the field. Down through the infield goes the number 2 rider, Kevin Sandhagen. Sandhagen looks like he's going to take that car right down pit side, but he shot down the back straightaway into the infield and took that car right down to his pit stall. As out in front, it's Keith Hackney who leads the way as they're 3 wide here for a split second, as here comes Carl Kilgore. Kilgore going to slide in front of the 69 ride, but here comes the 6M trying to work down low. Kilgore is going to jump up and take this race lead away. Carl Kilgore out in front, but Jamie Massey goes for the big slide job. They're in 1 and 2. Hackney down low. They split right down underneath of that 6M machine and move. Mr. Massey back to position number 3, and now back into second as he slides in front of Keith Hackney. Now Hackney's turn. He's going to go for the big slide job here over Carl Kilgore, but Kilgore getting a great run to his outside. Kilgore going to stay out in front as here comes Massey trying to work that inside lane. Some great racing here at the front of the field as the caution flag will fly here once again. So the caution flag going to come back out here in this one. Contact deeper in the pack as it looks like Peacock, one of those drivers, is going to get tied up in this one. Dustin O'Neill, Tim Taylor is going to be the first car, I do believe, to go around right here as, oh yeah, just tough breaks here for a lot of these competitors getting tied up in this one. Let's play it back and see how this contact first kind of initiated here as they're a little 3, almost 4 wide. You see Josh Ely down low. That's Cody Campbell up on the high side. Curtis Bishop trying to come right through the middle here and ends up making this a 4 wide fight. And as he comes down the racetrack, he clips the number 99 of Tim Taylor and just kind of pulls Taylor down and around his nose up the racetrack into the 11 right at Cody Campbell. Spins back around and nowhere to go for Bishop to go as he gets some pretty heavy damage in that himself. And then you see Dustin O'Neill, the 6 ride, all right there in that as well. Some heavy damage there for all those drivers collected. And we'll put us back under the caution flag. Some more beating and banging and battling out there on the racetrack. But out in front, it's Carl Kilgore, who's able to jump up, use some great runs, some great lines, and put himself now at the front of the field. So Kilgore leads the way here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Can he hang on and hold off Jamie Massey, Keith Hackney, Kenneth Best, Kyle Moyer, Josh Peacock, James Frazier, Zach Clark, and Stephen Campbell are top 10 out there on the racetrack. As the pace truck will make the hard left-hand turn back down pit side, we'll get ready to go back to green flag racing. This time out of corner number 4, the green flag back out into the air for the 6 machine of Carl Kilgore. And great restart though for Jamie Massey, sticking with them door to door down into corner number 1 and 2. A little bit of a slide job there for Kilgore. Here comes Massey down low. Massey gonna pay him back here in corner number 3 and 4. You see the run that the 6 machine of Kilgore's trying to get here. He's going to shoot it back down low this time here in 1 and 2. Now going to slide up in front of the showstopper. Oh, man, Massey had to be careful right there as he almost made enough contact to spin that number 6 right around. And that time he's going to. So around goes Carl Kilgore. The caution flag will fly here in this one. Carl Kilgore at the front of the field. An unfortunate contact there between himself and Jamie Massey, as that will bring out our caution flag as Kilgore just barely cleared him right there. And then down through 3 and 4. Massey gets a good run here through the middle and unfortunately just kind of gets into that right rear bumper area of the 6 machine. It kind of just jacks him up and spins that car around. And unfortunately for Kilgore, nothing he can do except for hang on and hope for the best and hope that no one else comes in here and clobbers them, as see everyone coming right at him. That's always a scary sight when you're in behind the wheel and seeing the entire field fly right at you. But going from the penthouse to the outhouse here for the number 6 of Carl Kilgore. That's never a spot you want to be. Let's see if we can jump on board here with Carl Kilgore. Kilgore trying to work his way at the front of the field, trying to keep this race lead, and fortunately right here, just there's the contact and around he goes, and that's the scary sight we were talking about, seeing all these drivers come right at you, just hoping that they all can avoid you and not make any major contact. As Kilgore going to start again deeper in the field here. There's a few drivers that are either off the racetrack or are now multiple laps down out there on the speedway. So he'll start in about the 19th position here on this restart. We'll have to wait and see if he can try to work himself back to the front of the field as Jamie Massey, Keith Hackney, 1 and 2 here on the speedway, going to get ready for another big restart. So Massey out in front here as Blake Murray cheered on all the H&L drivers here since H&L, come on, he says, cheering them on as here you go, a bit of a slide jump there from the 1 right of Kenneth Vess. Vess almost getting up into that 69 right of Hackney able to hang on to position number 2 as here comes Josh Peacock, storming his way back up into position number 3, and Zach Clark now back up inside the top 5. Clark looking very strong here this afternoon. The 7:27 ride, well, the 20 ride here this evening. After going around early in this race, able to rebound and put himself now back inside the top 4. Take a look back, you see Josh Ely a little farther there. He was the quickest in qualifying. He was the quickest in that first heat race, and he was supposed to start on that pole position, but the invert had him start back in position number 5. Ran into some issues, got turned around, and unfortunately for the 09 ride, kind of stuck here and about mid-pack, trying to work himself back up towards the front of the field here. So he's got Cody Myers and Stephen Campbell right there in front of him, but out in front, it's all Jamie Massey. The showstopper, the HNL JP Designs number M6 machine at the front of the field, looking to try to pick up another win here in the series, as Hackney there in second. The House of Speed Grip Hackney Live number 69 right there in second, with Josh Peacock in the JP Designs Bulletproof Motorsports P61 there in position number 3. Zach Clark in the Race on Texas number 20 right there in position number 4, and looking for more again events there in 5th. Douglas Stewart, Kyle Moyer, the 09 of Josh Ely now into the 8th position as James Frazier there in 9th, and Cody Myers rounding out our top 10 here on the speedways. They're 3-4 wide, battling deeper in the field. Some contact, look out. Tyson Pankow gonna get sideways. Oh, airborne, almost upside down for Stephen Campbell. Caution flag back out onto the racetrack here. A bunch of drivers getting collected, a lot of drivers with some heavy damage right there, as we'll take this one back and see what happened, as there's a lot of beating and banging out at corner number 4 right there. And unfortunately for Tyson Pankow, he's going to get super loose right here in this number 91 ride. Working down low, slides up the racetrack here. And you see a big shot to the back end of the 03. Ryan Bishop's going to get into his back bumper, and he's getting shoved in there from Campbell, and it just gets the 91 bent out of shape. He's trying to save it. Unfortunately, course corrects back up to the racetrack into that 03 ride of Curtis Bishop, and still up into the wall. And you see that 11 machine of Campbell almost going airborne, as the two Campbells actually come tied together right there. It's Stephen Campbell and Cody Campbell both tied up in that one, and more contact down low here as all these drivers trying to work their way through it. Everyone trying to get through all that carnage, and unfortunately a lot of tore up race cars there on the speedway. Let's see if we can jump on board here with this number 11 ride again, as he gets a great run here out of corner number 4, and right here he's going to get into that 03 ride, kind of shoves him into that 91, and that's what kind of gets all this started. And then goes for a wild ride here down into corner number 1. Tons of damage there for Cody Campbell, as he's taking that car down pit side here now for an extended period of time. And so we'll get these drivers stacked up, racked up, ready to go back to green flag racing here, as about halfway in, halfway to go here in this one. This first half has been quite a bit of caution flags, a lot of beating and banging, a lot of tough battling out there on the speedway. We'll see if this second half is any better or any worse here, as we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing. Massey, Hackney, 1 and 2 on the speedways down at a corner number 4. We will see that green flag fly here once again. So the green flag back out into the air here at the dirt track at Charlotte, as we're going to jump into a quick Peacemaker Gaming Crank It Up. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, crank up that volume and cheer on your favorite drivers. We crank it up here on Peacemaker Gaming. Alrighty, a beautiful crank it up session right there as these drivers give us the sights and sounds around the beautiful dirt track here at Charlotte as the caution flag going to come back out here in this one. Let's take a look and see what brings out what could be potentially our final caution flag of the evening, and it looks like Douglas Stewart going to get tied up in this one. Stewart and Kilgore tied together. Around goes Kilgore, around goes Douglas. More drivers down into quarter number 3 going to go around, as well as a bit of a pile up here into quarter number 3 as it starts here with these two drivers kind of just getting tied together. Kilgore trying to clear the 3 right, unfortunately not clear. They made contact. The 3 goes down the racetrack, and then watch everybody else slide into this one. You see Cody Myers going around. You saw the 37 up into the outside fence. Dustin O'Neill in there. Matthew Peacock into it. A lot of these drivers just really know where to go out there on the racetrack. This kind of all unfolded in a quick hurry here. I believe Tyson Pankow right in the thick of it there, as well as he's trying to work himself through it as here's all this contact. Ranger in there. Stephen Campbell, Cody Myers, Bolin, Peacock, Pankow all getting a good piece of that one. A lot of drivers getting some tore up equipment there as we quickly go back to green flag racing here in this one. The green flag quickly coming back out. It is Jamie Massey looking down low for the race lead as Massey trying to jump out in front, and here comes Josh Ely. Ely coming back from the rear of the field. He was in the depths of this field for quite a little while, but now able to work himself back into it. As contact here, Hackney and Ely getting together. The 61P of Peacock almost going around as well, but Ely doing a great job staying there to the outside of the 69 ride. Josh Ely looking to try to pick up the win, but here comes Keith Hackney sliding back out in front of him as they continue to battle. It's Massey at the front of the field. As Massey out in front, Ely right there in second. Keith Hackney trying to keep himself in this fight for the win here this evening as he rolls there in position number 3 on the speedway. And Steve Massey says, change view back, laugh out loud. Listen, brother, it's a crank it up. The views are all different. As out in front, Jamie Massey leading the way here in this one. Josh Ely back there in second. Peacock looking to try to jump up into position number 2. Just couldn't quite get there. Unfortunately, slides back into that 4th spot. And it's out in front. It's Massey, Ely, Hackney, 1, 2, and 3 on the speedway. Peacock there in 4th, and Kyle Moyer now inside the top 5. James Frazier there in 6th. Kenneth Fest there in 7th. Zach Clark there in 8th as he tries to work himself around Frazier as Frazier gets up into the outside fence. That's going to allow Clark and Fest to get around him. Here comes Pankow and Kyle Todd as well up inside the top 10 on the speedways. Jamie Massey continuing to hang on to this race lead, but right there working to his back bumper, it's Josh Ely. Ely looking to try to take this race lead away from the M6 ride. 2 drivers used to be teammates for quite a while, still good friends here on the simulator, and they're here to duke it out. As Keith Hackney right there with them, man. These 3 have ran a lot of races against each other, a lot of races coming right down to the very bitter end between these 3 in previous years, and here they are in the mini stocks looking to do the exact same thing as the white flag has been displayed. Ely down low, sends it in deep into quarter number 1. He goes for the slide job. Massey gonna cross him over down low into quarter number 3. Here comes the 6M of Massey down low. Massey looking for the run out of quarter number 4, and it's Jamie Massey who picks up the win here this afternoon. Jamie Massey picking up the dub. I do believe Ely gonna come home in second, and Keith Hackney there in third, but it's all Jamie Massey as Massey able to hold them all off late in this race and put the HNL JP Designs M6 ride in to the Charlotte Motor Speedway victory lane. The showstopper getting it done here in this one. Ely there in second, and Keith Hackney gonna come home in position number 3. Some great racing, some great driving right there in that one. These drivers putting on one hell of a show for us here this afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's see some congratulations up in the chat here for the number 6M of Jamie Massey as Massey picks up a big dub here this afternoon. Dude guy coming in, showing the love as well. The like on the stream. Troy Pittman coming in with that thumbs up a little while ago, as well as Thomas Dennis says, congratulations, Jamie Massey, on the win. Great race to all. Yeah, that was a great race, man. These guys put on a heck of a show for us. That was a lot of fun, and these guys put on a hell of a race for us all evening long. But it's Jamie Massey who picks up the dub here in this one. We'll get ready to pull our top 3 up and into the broadcast booth for their post-race interviews. I do see Ely in there. There's Jamie Massey. So we'll pull Massey up right now for his post-race interview. Hey, Jamie, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. You get a copy?
I got you.
Jamie, man, another win, another great race here in these mini stocks, and this one you had to work for. It wasn't a, maybe usual race we've seen you be able to kind of just run away with this one, dominate the race. You had to work for this one, man. Keith Hackney, Josh Ely, Josh Peacock, and Carl Kilgore all right there throughout this evening, really just putting that pressure around you, and you had to go from third a couple times back to the race lead, second to the lead, and kind of switching back and forth out there on the racetrack with all these line jobs, crossovers, and everything else. But as the dust settles, you're at Charlotte, you're able to find your way back up into victory lane again here in this series.
Yeah, I think we probably got a little lucky tonight. I don't think we had the best car. I mean, I had a good car. Once I got out front, I was all right, but in traffic, I was just a little bit too free. It was really all about the restarts and when you could throw sliders and get out front. It's kind of a mind game you had to play. I didn't mean to get Carl there, and he parked on my nose and won, and I tried to go above him in 3 and 4, and his car kind of jumped sideways, but I was like right on his bumper as that happened, and it spun him out. I tried to jam the brakes, it just wasn't soon enough. But yeah, other than that, I feel like we had a decent car. I just don't think it was good enough. And me and Keith talked about this earlier today. This track is a lot of draft and a lot of restarts plays factors. It ain't necessarily having the best car. To win these deals, you just got to make the right choices and right decisions, put yourself in that position. And we ended up doing that, and on to the next one.
Absolutely, brother. Well, another great win and another great race for yourself. Even if you didn't have the best car, you're still the one with the best lines, the best choices out there on the speedway to put yourself up and into victory lane, man. That was a heck of a run, a heck of a drive, a close battle there all night long between you guys at the front of the field, but you're able to come out on top and pick up another big win here this afternoon. Jamie, who would you like to thank for another great run and great victory here this evening?
Yeah, I just want to thank everybody over at H&L and NLR and you for putting this deal on. Like I said, me and Keith haven't been on all week. We ran Monsters of Dirt last night, but it was asphalt, and we haven't tested at all, and didn't really get to test much today either. I've been sick for 2 days, so I didn't really give a shit if we ran good or not tonight. So it is what it is. Like I said, I just want to apologize to Carl. I hate that shit happened, but it is what it is, man. It's short track racing, and I don't know. It would have happened the same way if I'd have done it to him. So it is what it is. We'll move on to the next one. Thank you for putting this deal on, and see y'all next week.
Absolutely, brother. We can't wait to see you back out there on the racetrack. Maybe right back up here in victory lane. Jamie, congrats on the great run. Congrats on the great race. And hopefully we'll see you right back up here in the booth next Wednesday.
Thank you.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for Jamie Massey as Massey picks up the win and pulls the M6 right back into victory lane for, I don't even know what that is now, third, fourth time we've seen him pick up dumps here in the Bulletproof Mini Stock Association this season, man. Absolutely insane run that he's been on. Lots of great runs, lots of great drives there for the 6M machine, and another trip to victory lane for him. As we'll get ready to pull in our second place finisher, the 09 rider, Josh Ely. Ely coming home in position number 2. We'll pull him up into the broadcast booth for his post-race interviews. As Mama Bear says, way to go, Jamie Massey. Blake says, tell Jamie he got lucky, still no internet. Oh no, Blake, I was wondering where the heck you been, brother. We missed you. We missed you up there on the racetrack, man. Gotta get that internet back up and going. We gotta get Blake back here into the simulator to try to keep Massey and Hackney out of victory lane, as I know he'd be right in here duking it out with them like we saw them do all night long. Justin Young says congrats to Mr. Massey here in this one. Yeah, great run, great drive there for Jamie, as we'll get ready to pull in our second place finisher, Josh Ely. Hey Josh, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. To get a copy?
Loud and clear.
Josh, brother, a great run, a great drive for yourself as you're able to pull that 0-9 ride back up into another podium finish. But man, oh man, had a super fast car in a great drive all evening long, especially after picking up that top spot, the pole position here, winning that first heat race, and then things kind of got a little askew for you there with that redraw, unfortunately, going from first back to fifth, and then some contact throughout the beginning portion of this race. So you go back to the rear of the field, then you have to try to work your way through all the traffic, trying to figure out a way to beat a lot of very fast, talented drivers, but also trying to keep yourself out of more trouble and more carnage out there on the speedway. Take us back through this one, and how you worked yourself back up here into the front of the field and almost into victory lane again.
Yeah, I had to, they made me work for this second place. I really was wanting to go first. I think we had the car to win, the car to beat the whole race. Yeah, all I know is I had to work for it. I got lucky on a lot of restarts. I had not the gear for the bottom or even the middle of the track, so we were having to dedicate ourselves to the top for the most part. Yeah, I had a bunch of restarts. I was on the bottom. I couldn't really go nowhere. But once I was able to get to start on the outside on the restarts, I'd pick up 2-3 positions every time we made a run. And yeah, man, I gotta thank Carl Kilgore for putting the setup in the car. He done a massive job for it. I think we had the car to beat tonight. Just come up a little short.
Absolutely. Just a little short, but definitely showed a very, very strong car, a lot of speed, and a great effort, a valiant effort in being able to stick with it and work yourself back up through the field, back up through that traffic, and put yourself here late in this race, in the thick of things, trying to find your way into victory lane. Unfortunately, getting beat again by Jamie Massey. I mean, yeah, we've seen you guys duking out a lot here over the years. You, Massey, Hackney, Peacock, you guys are no slouches and no strangers to each other out here on the speedway. Take us through those last few laps, battle with those guys, trying to figure out a way to put yourself into victory lane.
Yeah, I should have started throwing the little slider in 1 and 2 a little bit sooner. I do believe. Just bad decision. I actually lost lap time, count of the laps, honestly. But yeah, I thought Keith had done turned me, but thankfully he was able to straighten me back up going into 3 there. Scared the piss out of me, honestly. But yeah, I knew if I could get on the restart on the outsides, I knew I was gonna be able to pick up 2 positions. And that last restart, I was able to get put Zach and Keith behind me, which Keith was hard to get around. And then I set my sights on Massey, man, and I knew it was gonna be. I was gonna have to throw the whole ladies' purse and everything out of him just to even make something stick. And like I said, with both of us running the high side and 1 and 2, I really didn't have nothing else to do but just to throw it and see if it'd stick. But car bogged down so much coming out that he'd be able to drive back around me. So, good win to him. Congrats. You got me this time, but maybe not next race.
Absolutely, brother. Well, Josh, a great run and a great drive for you here this afternoon. Who would you like to thank for another great performance here at Charlotte?
I got to thank Carl, man. He puts his time into these things for us to race this league weekly. So KC Speed Works, got to give a big shout out to him. 09 Laser Engraving and Hidden Finds, Bite on Outdoors. I got to thank Peacock for putting the sticker car together. Still got the wrap car in the shop. You for broadcasting, Peacock for putting it on, and everybody else out there that helps me put this together. So.
Absolutely, brother. Well, Josh, a great run, a great drive. Congratulations on that second place finish, and hopefully we'll see you right back up here in the broadcast booth next Wednesday, maybe one spot better, and up here in victory lane yourself.
I don't know about that. We going asphalt racing next week, I do believe, ain't we?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think so. So yeah, that's going to be a little bit of a different ball game there.
Yeah, so that's gonna be a fun one.
Absolutely, brother. Well, we look forward to seeing you out there. Congrats again on the great run here tonight, and hopefully we'll see you out there battling and beating and banging with everybody next week on the asphalt.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up there for our second place finisher, Josh Ely. Ely coming home there in position number 2 as we'll get ready to pull our third place finisher, Keith Hackney, up into the booth. Hey, Keith, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. Do you get a copy?
Yes, sir.
Keith, man, another good run, another good race here, man. Take us back through this one. There's a lot of beating and banging, a lot of great battling. They're at the front of the field, man, and we saw you lead a lot of laps, but you, Massey, Carl Kilgore, Ely, and so many other talented drivers here throughout the evening just duking it out up there at the front of the pack, man. It seemed to be a lot of fun and a lot of hard racing out there, but at the end of the day, you're able to still bring it home with a solid third place finish, but I know you want to be a couple spots better and up in victory lane yourself.
Yeah, I had a really good car. I went with a different spring package, a different gear choice. I don't know. I had to really let the track come to me. I was trying to run different lines. Restart sucks. I'll go ahead and tell you that right now. I totally forgot about lane choice because we run, just run different races, and I just forget all these leagues and all the rules and shit like that. So, if I would remember that, I probably would have picked the top on that last restart. I mean, I know I would have, but when I did right there, the mid to the latter part of that race, when I did get out front, I figured something out in 3 and 4, and I was able to pull Massey just a little bit and coming out of 4. So I just tried to keep it really smooth and pedal it through there, and I thought we was just going to ride off in the sunset, but restarts, man, like you said, they're everything, and they're just, it's so critical. You're shifting points in these cars because you really got to know when to shift. And you do kind of try to play mind games. I tried to wait one time to go later, but me and Messi both was getting pushed from behind, so we pretty much had to go. So, so that didn't work out there. But all in all, man, for not testing, for not being on dirt in these cars since last week, up until about 40 minutes before the race, we'll take it. We'll just whatever. We'll go from there, and we'll be ready for asphalt next week for sure.
Absolutely, brother. Well, we look forward to seeing you out there on the asphalt, battling with everybody, probably just like we've seen in the past. I'm sure it'll be a lot of the 91 and the 6M ride fighting at the front of the field, but definitely going to mix things up, going from the dirt track back to the asphalt here for you guys, but there'll be a lot of fun. But after a good drive like today, a little bit more momentum being built up here for yourself and Massey. Keith, who would you like to thank for another great run and a great performance here this afternoon?
Yeah, man, just thank everybody at NLR, H&L, House of Speed, Tunnel Vision by Hackney, Grip Hackney Live, Simple Money Promotions, Josh for putting this on, you for doing a hell of a broadcast, because I know this is going to be a good one to go back and watch. And just everybody that tuned in, and that special someone, she was watching, so shout out to her, and we'll move on to next week.
Absolutely, brother. Well, Keith, congrats on the great drive. Congrats on the great race. We look forward to seeing you back out there on the racetrack next Wednesday.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
Absolutely. Enjoy the rest of your night.
You too.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up there for our third place finisher, Keith Hackney. Is Hackney coming home there in position number 3? A great run, a great drive there by him as my boy Josh Peacock coming in with that like on the stream. How are you, Mr. Peacock? Coming in, smashing that thumbs up. Dude guy coming in with the like. Play for Sheets coming in, hitting that like on the stream as well as, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that's going to do it here for us in this one. But we're going to be back in action here in about 30-40 minutes from now. We're going to be back live again for our second race, our second broadcast of the afternoon. As Giro 6 Sun coming in with the 300 biddies over on Twitch. What in the world are we talking about? Giro coming in, showing the big love here in this one with the 300 300 biddies on the broadcast, bro. I appreciate that coming in, showing the big love here in this one, dropping the 300-bit bomb on us. Wow, that's absolutely insane. I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that coming in, showing the love here in this one. Absolutely insane. I appreciate that, my dude. Is that, yeah, unfortunately, the racing action here from Charlotte is coming to a close. We will get these drivers back in action. They will be jumping back out onto the, we're going to, not these drivers necessarily, but some of them, and we're going to see them back in action here in just a little bit as we head to Sin City, baby, Las Vegas Motor Speedway here for our Slingshot Sim Racing Cup Series coming up next here in about 40 minutes from now. These, we're going to get the drivers out there on the racetrack, everyone competing. You know, we still got 8 drivers in there battling for that championship, just like real life racing, real life NASCAR. We follow the exact same schedule and everything else that the Cup Series follows. So we're headed to Las Vegas. I mean, we just saw Joey Logano pull off a miraculous win after, you know, being eliminated, and then the penalty to Bowman and being able to get back into the playoffs, and now locking himself into that championship for, I know, all these drivers that are in our Slingshot Sim Racing Series playoffs. They're going to be looking to punch their tickets into that Final Four showdown at Phoenix here as well. So that season coming to an end slowly but surely here, but we're going to get to it in just a few more races, and we'll see who can pick up that championship. But we got to go through this final round first, so it's going to be interesting to see who can work their way in. If you guys want to watch, make sure you hit the like button, hit the share button, hit that bless me. Oh my gosh, I had to sneeze right there. That was absolutely wild. I don't know where the heck that came from, but if you guys want to watch that race, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit the share button, hit the follow and subscribe button. Turn those bell notifications on. That way you never miss it when we go live here on Peacemaker Gaming. And I appreciate you guys tuning in, showing up, and having some fun with us here all afternoon. Huge shout out again to Gyro6 Sun coming in with the 300-bit donation over there on Twitch, coming in with the big love here in this one. Huge shout out to everyone already coming in with the likes, the comments, the shares, man. I appreciate each and every one of you. Adam Holberg coming in as well with that thumbs up here on the broadcast. I appreciate that, Adam, coming in, showing the love with that like on the stream there on Facebook. And a huge shout out to all of our star senders as well over there on Facebook. Charles Barnes coming in with the 100 stars, Justin Toll with the 100 stars as well, and Ron Zerk coming in not only with the 75 stars but also becoming a brand new paid subscriber as well over there on the Facebook channel. I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate y'all coming in, showing the love here in this one. But we're going to be back in just a little bit, probably about, probably about 25, 30 minutes from now. We're going to be back live again with some more racing action that you guys do not want to miss out on. So I'll see you guys then. Peace out for now. Thank y'all for watching. Peace and love, baby. Peace and love, ladies and gentlemen.
Nights alive, ain't no sleeping. Tires spinning, dirt flies, hearts are racing. Southern pride, grit and sweat, keep on chasing. Track lights blur, dirt clouds, moons just a creeping. Rusting metal horsepower, pushing harder. Small town dreams, broke dreams don't falter. Oil and gas light the way, ain't no charter. Crowds holler while boys' laps get shorter. Speed 'em up, steering tight. Beneath the stars, we own the night. Chasing glory, trophy lights. Adrenaline's gas, fuel to fight. Fuel to fight. Broken bones, mended hearts racing faster. Mud-soaked heroes dash through disaster. Songs of engines drown out the laughter. Dreams on wheels push past the pasture. Track and dust, life on edge unafraid. Legends born from risks they made. Every turn, ever burn, fortune's laid. South's heartbeat in a dirt track to play. Speed 'em up, loose, steering tight. Beneath the stars, we own the night. Chasing glory, trophy lights. Adrenaline's gas, fuel to fight. stars, we own the night. Chasing glory, trophy lights. Adrenaline's gas, fuel the fight.